is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C, and welcome to the Tasha C Show, a podcast. Shout out to my YouTube podcast fam. If you're part of my podcast fam and you're listening for the first time and you're liking what you're hearing and you want to follow, thank you for the hugs and loves for the ongoing support, whether you listen to 1, 2, 3, or 5, or 20 shows, and vice versa, but don't forget, y'all. If you are wondering what my YouTube channel is and you're part of the podcast fam or about to become it, type in tashactv in the YouTube search, and vice versa for the YouTube search, YouTube fam who have been, like I said before, been listening and or watching my videos and supporting. Whether, like I said, it's been 1 or 2, 3, or 20 more plus videos. Hugs and loves to people in advance who want to be part of the YouTube fam. And vice versa. You look in the description, it should be description below, where I have my podcast on multiple platforms, including Speaker, which I'm using their app in order to create these lovely podcasts. And just let people know, if this is your first time also listening, since I'm using this recording system, you may hear clicks and notifications. In rare cases, you may hear a landline phone, because I have them in my background, so you may hear a Suri's long lost sister, if y'all, by Apple products, and, that's Suri, that supposed to be like, the digital assistant. Suri's older sister, might be in the background. But in other words, 9 times out of 10, you might hear clicks and stuff, and that's either me going to web pages. Since this is a podcast about Black history facts, and I do that with my other podcasts too, which I've been taking a break for about almost a week now, which includes entertainment, story times, and rant, just anything. But this is about, Black history facts, because this is really, the focus is Black History Month. I may go over, this month, I don't know yet, or just do it and it may come back to it next year, I don't know. Because Black History starts, as Mr. Farrell Gray said on Instagram, it starts January the 1st and ends December the 31st, okay? 365 days, in this case, 366 days of the year, okay? So anyway, y'all, also, if you're new here, usually on my, I started this, what am I saying usually? This is the first time I do it. It might be the only time I do it as far as doing a 1-year YouTube series, YouTube video journey, which includes whether I want to make a podcast or make all sometimes videos to say hi or whatever. It's just to be consistent and also get me adjusted, because I also wanted to expand of doing podcast. So anyway, y'all, let's get into it. It's like 11:51 now. Like I said, this is volume 18, because this is February the 18th, 2020. And there is, reports, sad news about the passings of 2 actresses who have passed away today. Give me a second, because first I'm going to go to Instagram instead of the usual Black Facts. Because sometimes I go to Instagram and or web pages to find information. But sadly to report, like I said, there's 2 people who transitioned today. And I was finna say. Now first, on Instagram, and Lovely Tees, TV, 2002, that's her Instagram page. But also look for Lovely TV on YouTube gives a lot of information and commentary on different topics and so forth. So check out her channel. But unfortunately, let me say first, Jeanette Dubas, one of the main characters on Good Times, was found dead Tuesday. Jeanette played the Evans family sassy neighbor Winona Woods on the classic 70s TV show. Jeanette died unexpectedly in her sleep overnight at her home in Glendale, California. It is unclear who discovered her body Tuesday morning. Jeanette hasn't complained of any specific ailments recently and appeared to be in good health to those around her. She even attended a fan event in Hollywood a couple weeks ago. Jeanette might be most famous for Good Times, but she's also composed and sang the theme song "Moving On Up" for the Jeffersons, so she should also be remembered for her voice. Wow, oh my gosh, y'all, like, you learn gems every day. I never knew she sang the classic Jim showing up, one of the most classic theme songs, or songs, period, is the Jefferson theme song, okay? I know was iconic, and she's now, legend, but wow. She appeared in a ton of movies over the years, including I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Oh, I remember that. Top Big Thunder, Charlie's Angels, Through Throttle. Janet's career began on Broadway, where she was cast in a number of plays, including Golden Boy with Sammy Davis Jr. and Lewis Gossett Jr., plus Raising in the Sun. She also won 2 Emmy Awards for her voiceover work on the PJs. Oh, Janet is inspired by her 3 children. She was 74 years, I'm going to say young. Rest in peace. Rest in power. No legend. And if y'all ever watch and get a chance to watch, like, say, the syndicated, reruns of Good Times, she played the adopted mother, eventually, of Penny's character, which Penny was played by the young and still living legend, Janet Jackson, who played in that. So, like I said, blessings to her. Okay, that's okay. Flex for real. That's also an actor, entertainer, somewhere. He's as well. He talked about her as well. Okay. Like I said, rest easy. That is just wow. Also, I want to, like I said, talk about another lady. It's like we've seen her also as well. First I'm going to Instagram. Oh, and stay on here on College Kid, and College Kid is, college is spelled with a K instead of a C. Boys in the Hood actress Esther Scott passes away at age 66. Okay, like I said, it was some information about her, but it wasn't as much as that. And more info, actress Esther Scott said transitioned today from after suffering a heart attack. Again, she, as for youth, I also had seen on, just give me a second, because I thought I saved, because if you are not familiar with Instagram, you can bookmark and put them in different sections, and I could have sworn they both had said something about Esther as well. Just give me a second, because I know they talked about both of these ladies' transitioning journey. As well. So, anyway, I just wanted to say this because this is okay. This reported through the Shade Room, and I feel it's important because, like I said, this Good Times is a part of Black history period, as far as being, a classic TV series. And I just went to Shade Room on their Instagram page, and they just reported, also have, even though I follow Janet Jackson on her Instagram, but, so many people, how time it is on Instagram, y'all followers, and it just comes from her and both the lady that played on Thelma, okay, that were Good Times, okay. Janet Jackson and Bernadette Stannis. I always get her name because it's Thelma. Like I said, if y'all watch this, y'all know. So actually, both Janet Jackson and Bernadette Stannis, and remember the Good Times co-star, their passing. So, anyways, I mean, I don't know. I should also go, y'all, if they also have John Amos, because I eventually have found him. I don't know, even though I wish he could have stayed the whole series, but y'all seen the show, y'all know what happened to his character. Okay. Anyways, here's what I'll talk about Janet Jackson, because she has a picture of it. Here's Janet Jackson's response. I'm so saddened to hear my longtime friend Jeanette Dubois has passed away. I saw firsthand how she broke stereotypes and changed the landscape of Black women in entertainment. I'm grateful in recent years I had a chance to see her and create more lasting memories. I pray for comfort for all her family friends. Love you, Jeanette. I miss you. And also, like I said, Meredith for Good Times. Dear Jeanette, you were like an aunt to me. We shared so many things from our early days on Good Times to just 2 weeks ago at the Hollywood show. I will miss you, and all your cast family will miss you. Rest in peace, beautiful soul. We are praying for your family. Oh gosh, this is just so sad. Oh, sorry, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to get any facts, but in today, because that sure is okay. That sure is let's see here. Sorry, y'all, because I remember also having they on Shade Room was talking about a little bit more description Okay, like I said, there again we're talking about. Let's take a moment to keep this little shade room. Esther Scott, Esther Scott's loved ones, and I thought she has passed away at the age of 66. According to TMZ TV, Esther suffered a heart attack in her home in Santa Monica last Tuesday. She was reportedly found unconscious and taken into the hospital, and eventually passed away a few days later. She was mentioned in movies and TV shows across our screens. We send our deep condolences to her loved ones. Such people may remember she was on, I think, okay, You Got Served, I think. And for example, like Boys in the Hood. But she's, she's, like I said, look her up. She's a legend too. So God rest their souls. Okay. Now, let's go here. Now, also, I wanted to, like I said, go into a couple of facts. Now, today, it's actually still, if they were still alive today, of two women that made a powerful impact in either literature and or in poetry, or their books and waters in the poetry. The words can be used as poetry because, but like I said, especially if you know about this particular writer's style of writing, she wrote in a poetry style. I mean, personally to me, or was, it wasn't just like simple words and you just get it. It was very complex. In some cases, you might even need cliff notes because that's, like I said, she wrote in a very poetic style of writing. Okay, for Color Girls Books Club, I followed what and so forth. Today's birthdays is actually, like I said, is Audre Lorde, which is, like I said, is a poet as well. Was a poet as well, and also the birthday of Toni Morrison. Okay, if you remember such books, I can't remember like I said, Audre Lorde stuff on top of my head because she's mostly known for her poetry writing. But you have Toni Morrison, such as books as Beloved, Sola, Blue as I. Solas I had to read in college. I didn't read any books in high school, but I do remember them somewhat, and so forth, and Tar Baby, those type of books. So anyway, happy, I don't say my age of birthday, but they both celebrate today as their birthday. So let me see here, due to the fact that I'm looking at certain things. Okay, I want to see Black History. It kind of just changed what I was going to talk about. Let me see if there's anybody else. Okay. Now, they have a little information of Toni Morrison on Black History. So we're just going to read that. So again, it's just, I'm not going to talk about the first part because it's just really just a description about her pictures. But, okay, here's some little background information about her. Okay. On February 18, 1931, Toni Morrison was born Cleo Anthony Wolfer in Lorain, Ohio, and she was an American writer noted for her examination of black experience within the black community. Morrison grew up in a family that possessed an intense love of appreciation for black culture. Storytelling, songs, and folk tales were a deeply formative part of her childhood. She attended Howard University BA 53 and Cornell University MA 1955. After teaching at Texas Southern University, she taught at Howard from 1957 to 1964. In 1965, Morrison became a fiction editor at Random House, where she worked for a number of years. In 1984, she began teaching writing at the State University of New York at Albany, which she left in 1889 to join a faculty of Princeton University. She retired in 2006. Morrison's first book, The Bluest Eye, 1970, is a novel of concerning victimized adolescent black girl who is assessed by white standards of beauty and longs to have blue eyes. In 1973, Second Eye of Sula was published, examining the dynamics of friendships and the expectations for comfortability within the community. The Soul Asylum, 1977, is told by a male narrator search of his identity. Its publication brought Morrison to national attention. Tar Baby, it's set on the Caribbean, explores conflicts of race, class, and sex. The critically acclaimed Beloved in 1987, which won a Publisher Prize for fiction is based on a true story of a runaway slave. I never knew that. Who, at the point of recapture, kills her infant daughter in order to spare her life a life of slavery. The central theme of Morrison's novels is the Black American experience. In an unjust society, her characters struggle to find themselves and their cultural identity. Her use of fantasy, centered poetic style, and her rich interweaving of mythic gave her stories great strength and texture. Toni Morrison's Pieces I Am is 2019 documentary about her life. Mine might be y'all something probably to watch if y'all have time to watch about the great late great Toni Morrison. Just in case, I want to see Esther Scott. Just give me a second, y'all, real quick. I wanted to actually get some more information about her, just because, and on that note, I hope there's a short entry that's not going to take all the time. Okay, yeah, I'm Wikipediaing it. Okay. Oh, I thought they passed away. She passed away on the same day. She actually passed away on February 4th, 14, 2020, but they're just talking about this information now with Esther Scott. Okay, Esther Denise Scott, born April 13, 1953, and passed away, on February 14, 2020, was an American actress. She began her career as a voice actress on Star Wars Ewoks before appearing on television shows including Beverly Hills, 90210, Full House, Party of Five, Ellen, The Steve Harvey Show, and Sister. Okay, it's not going to be too long. Scott was a regular cast member in the short-term lived The Gina Davis Show, 2000, it was 2001, playing Gina Davis' housekeeper Gladys. She also had recurring roles on City Guys, 1998, 2001, the short-lived The Help, 2004, as Doris, and Heart of Dixie, 2011 to 2015, as Delma Warner. In film, she appeared in Boys in the Hood, 1991, The Kid, 2000, You Got Served, 2004, Dreamgirls, 2006, Gangster Squad, 2013, and The Birth of a Nation, 2016. She died February 14th in Los Angeles of suffering a heart attack, and just gives down, basically the start of the career of the film. And the last time she kind of performed, they said, a record was in 2016. For really, I don't know why they don't have 2000 and... Oh, okay, that's television. Okay, the last film was in 2016, and then as far as television was 2015. So again, I just wanted to give... Sorry, I'm just really focusing on... This basically became a women's thing today. But I just wanted to give a little more information. Okay, hopefully it's something. Okay, yeah, essays. Okay, let's see here. I just wanted to get a short, bibliography. Okay, real quick. I'm not going to go through all the information. Okay. Let me see what time it is, by the way, anyway. Audre Lorde, born Audrey Garding Lorde, February 18th, 1934, and passed away on November 17, 1992, is an American writer, feminist, womanist, librarian, and civil rights activist. As a poet, she's best known for her technical mastery and emotional expression, as well as her poems that express anger and outrage at the civil and social injustice she observed throughout her life. Her poems and Pose largely deals with issues related to civil rights, feminism, lesbianism, illness, and disability, and the aspiration of Black female identity. In relation of non-sexual feminism in the United States, Laura Family says, those of us who stand outside the circle of the society definition of acceptable women, those of us who have been forward in the crucibles of differences, those of us who are poor, who are lesbians, who are black, who are older, know that survival is not an academic skill. It is learning how to take our differences and make them strengths. For the master tools that will never dismantle the master's house. They may allow us temporarily to beat him at his own games, but they'll never enable us to bring about genuine change. And this fact is only threatening to those women who still define the master's house as their only source of support. So she's got quite a lengthy thing. I know she has survival of, I think she has, how many children does she have that she's left behind? Holiday journey. Okay. Also, like I said, I'm just trying to scroll down. Like I said, she actually has quite a lengthy bibliography. So if you wanted to look at information, some of her works, her books like First Cities and her last entry. When I Protect You, Essays and Poems. Like I said, a lot of her. They also had a biographic films based on her, like Nickelodeon Survival, Life and Works of Audre Lorde, 1995, document by Shel Parkinson, The Edge of Each Other's Battles, The Vision of Audre Lorde, 2002, Audre Lorde, The Berlin Years, 1984 to 1982, that's 2012. So it's quite a bit of information, documentaries if you want to learn more about her. This, Mrs. Lorde, like I said, they had... excuse me, y'all. I was scanning through this a little earlier. Like I said, I know she. Yes, like I said, she died in the St. Cox Virgin Islands, and that's like I said. I could have sworn. Okay, y'all, I ain't about to keep rambling, but yeah, y'all. So I'm sorry, I just kind of only went over like four people and talked about them today, but it is what it is. So I'm about to get off here now because it's like 20 minutes. I could go into more details about a couple more links, but I'll just save them for tomorrow. And hugs and loves, everybody, and I hope y'all, like I said, tomorrow is Wednesday, so we got half of the week, y'all, to go. And here we go. Oh, goodness. I don't mean to be yawning while I'm doing these. But hugs and loves, and I'll see y'all. God bless, and I'll see y'all in the next video /podcast.